people in their 50s are earning the most they ever have. Pero bakit parating mukhang kulang? That's because they're not just working. They're also raising their own kids and they're taking care of their elderly parents. Today, ang discussion natin will be about this group of people who are caught in the middle of everything.
They're actually what you call the sandwich generation. These are the people yung bracket between 40s and 60s. Let's say more or less mga Gen X, diba? These are the ones sandwiched between taking care of their parents, their kids, or even adult kids.
And even mga relatives.
Right?
It's especially very difficult for Filipinos kasi tayo, deeply rooted tayo sa family obligation. We were raised kasi to believe that, family obligations is non-negotiable. So kahit na gusto mong mag-ipon para sa sarili mo, sa retirement, minsan hindi kakayanin Ang hirap.
Kasi nasa utak mo yan kailangan alagaan mo.
Oo, alagaan mo yung parents mo, tapos ano pa yung mga anak mo. So that's why you're caught in the middle. Kaya tinatawag nilang sandwich generation.
Right.
So hindi ka nga makaipon, di ba? You're paying tuition fee. Binabayaran mo yung mga maintenance meds ng parents mo. Tumutulong ka sa mga pamangkin mo para mapag-aral. Minsan nagbabayad ka pa ng utang ng mga kamag-anak.
Right.
Diba? Ang saklap.
The challenges of the sandwich generation, they actually vary from person to person.
Yeah, everybody's unique naman talaga yung mga circumstances, diba? Yeah. So yung common struggles ng mga tao na nasa generation na to, one of the biggest struggles is time. Minsan wala ka ng oras para sa sarili mo. Lahat andun na sa parents mo, andun na sa mga anak mo, kaya wala ka ng me time. So problema yon. And then, add to that yung guilt, yung feeling of guilt, na minsan sabihin mo na kulang ang, hindi mo natututukan yung parents mo, tapos at the same time, you don't give the attention to your children. Yun. So, guilty ka rin doon, feeling mo guilty ka.
And then, there's the relationship strains with your spouse, your partner, siblings, and even kids. Kung hindi kayo on the same page, problemang abot. Tapos walang day off. Kahit pagod ka na, push pa rin. Because who else is going to do it?
And then may financial pressure pa. And that's where it really gets hard. Retirement planning suffers. Kasi yung pera na dapat para sa 401k mo or para sa IRA mo, napupunta yon sa mga gastusin. Diba? Gastusin sa mga medicine o healthcare ng magulang mo, sa tuition ng mga anak mo, sa bills, sa bahay, ang dami. Talaga patong-patong.
And with mortgages, credit card debt, and rising expenses, maraming 50s and up can't retire at 62. Minsan 67 or even 70. That's the only time na pwede ka mag-relax.
Magpahinga na. You're working harder than ever, but feel like you're falling behind. It's really exhausting.
And let's not forget, your job isn't guaranteed, especially in this economy.
Talaga.
If you lose your job in your 50s, you won't be able to bounce back.
Ang hirap talaga nun. Age discrimination exists. Talaga. You might be experienced, but some companies will look at you as expensive and maybe even outdated.
Yun.
Kasi kalaban mo dito yung mga mas bata, mas techy, at saka mas mura ang mga sweldo. Diba? I know of people na lay off in their 50s and it's hard to get back into the workforce. Took them 9 months, even more than a year. Kasi nga, lalaki na ng sweldo, tapos yung nga, kalaban mo, yung mga mas bata. Talaga, parang swerte-swertihan na lang. Ageism exists talaga. It's really harder to get rehired, especially if you're in the industry that's tech-heavy. Tech-heavy.
Kaya habang may income pa, habang peak years mo pa ito, you need to protect your savings because your career security might not be as strong as you think.
So what can you do kung kasama ka doon sa sandwich generation na yan?
Number 1, have real conversations. Talk to your kids. Ask, hanggang kailan ako tutulong? support is good, but it can't be forever.
Oo nga.
Right? So, you can also talk to your partner. Maybe have a budget kung hanggang saan ang pwedeng itulong.
Oo, kasi kailangan pag-usapan talaga yun eh. Kasi you have your own family rin.
Yeah.
So you have your own budget.
Or you can also talk to your siblings. Dapat lahat involved and hindi lang isang tao. Huwag pamartir.
Oo. Kailangan collaborative yon, diba? Lahat kayo. And also, pag kinausap nyo na yung mga nakakatandang mga anak nyo, maybe they can help out with caring for their grandparents. We've seen young adults do this. And bless their hearts. It really makes a big difference. Number 2 naman is temporarily manage your debt. So if you're like drowning in high interest rate debts, mga credit cards na ang tataas ng mga interest rates, maybe in the meantime, huwag mo na kayong mag-contribute sa 401k nyo o sa IRA nyo. Bayaran, temporary lang yun. Bayaran nyo muna yung mga utang nyo na malalalaki ang interest rate. Once you're done, go back again and then contribute ulit. Diba? Para mabawas-bawasan yon utang, and then continue na yon, magsisave na kayo.
So number 3 naman, max out retirement savings. Kung meron kayong 401k, mga IRA, and catch-up contributions, go for it.
Yeah.
Kung yung kumpanya nyo mag-offer ng match-up, kunin mo.
Oo.
Libre yun.
Oo, that's free money.
Yeah.
Free money. Yeah. So, do that one. And number 4 naman is set boundaries. You can support your loved ones, but not at the expense of sacrificing your own future. It's not being selfish. It's being smart. So, let's talk about bridging the gap between that sandwich generation and that older generation. Ito kasi is another challenge, which is talking to our elders about money and healthcare planning. So ano nga ba yung 5 reasons why some Filipino parents avoid talking about long-term care?
Number 1, denial of aging. Alam nyo, nagsasabi sila na, di pa ako matanda, but they still feel capable and independent. Talking about care feels like giving up control.
Number 2 naman is yung bahala na mentality. Hindi sila komportable yung planning ahead. Many just hope for the best and deal with the problems later.
Number 3 is fear of being a burden. They don't want to feel like pabigat sila. So they'd rather stay silent even if they're struggling.
Oo nga.
Diba?
Number 4 naman, yung shame about money. Yung some avoid the topic out of guilt or embarrassment. Nahiya sila especially if they don't have savings or insurance.
And number 5, uncomfortable role reversal. Alam nyo, they raised us, diba? But being cared for by their children feels unnatural or even humiliating.
So paano nga ba natin sasabihin sa mga magulang natin na it's time to talk about long-term care na? It's not easy kasi for us Filipinos. Kasi it's taboo to talk about getting old, especially about getting care when you're old na.
Pero kung hindi naman pag-uusapan ngayon, ang tanong natin is, kailan? We don't want to wait until it becomes a crisis before we make a decision.
So the way the conversation should go is by showing empathy and respect. So siguro we can ask like, Ma, Pa, napag-isipan nyo na ba kung anong gusto nyo kapag mas kailangan nyo na ng tulong? You have to listen to them and ask them what they want.
It's about planning para di mabigla ang lahat.
Pag-usapan nyo bilang pamilya, lahat may role. Financial, emotional, or caregiving.
Yung heartfelt conversation na yon will make a very huge difference.
Yung using the word na we or tayo instead of you or kayo, it shows empathy and love. Parang pinapakita nyo na we're making a decision as a family at hindi lang sila.
Kumbaga, hindi isolated.
Oo. Parang lahat tayo,
lahat
diba?
tayo. We're in it.
So, these are our final thoughts regarding this topic. The sandwich generation cares a lot. You're talking about emotionally, financially, physically. But you don't have to lose your future in the process.
Oo, tulungan mo yung family mo, yes. Pero don't forget yourself. the best way to keep helping long-term is to make sure you're okay too.
Retirement isn't just a dream. It's something you need to fight for, plan for, and protect. Starting now.
So habang kumikita ka pa o may kita ka pa, take control, set boundaries, make a plan, and don't be afraid to talk about the hard stuff. Kasi if you don't take care of yourself, ang mangyayari niyan magiging cycle yan Yung anak mo ang magiging nasa sandwich generation in the future. Tapos, yung sino man yung nasa sandwich generation will be the elderly, diba? Walang katapusan yon.
Vicious cycle yun.
Vicious cycle yan, yeah. So that's why nga, in retirement, you have to, prepare for retirement for yourselves, diba? Diba? Kaya nga nagpaplano tayo diba? Para hindi tayo pabigat sa mga anak natin
Yeah.
Diba? Kasi yung mga parents na kailangan tulungan, wala na tayong magagawa, nandun na. Pero you can control the future of your kids para hindi rin nila ma-experience itong sandwich na tinatawag na sandwich generation.
Tama.
So, itong mga taong nasa sandwich generation, saludo kami sa inyo dahil kayo talaga yung mga heroes ng mga pamilya nyo.
So this is just our final thought to our viewers. You may or may not disagree with what we're saying, but this is our view.
So, hopefully, yung meron din naman kayong natutunan kahit papano, di ba? And this topic sana nag-resonate sa maraming tao, sa maraming viewers natin ngayon. So, kung nagustuhan nyo yung topic natin, please give us a thumbs up also and also share para mas maraming mga tao ang magiging aware tungkol dito sa sandwich generation na to. And also, if you're new to our channel, please like and subscribe and
don't forget to hit the notification bell
for any new updates sa aming mga video na lalabas. So, salamat ulit sa panonood and we'll see you next time.
Bye!